Koko, the gorilla who spoke ASL, and her haunting message she left for humanity. In the summer of 1971, a tiny western lowland gorilla was born at the San Francisco Zoo. She was named Hanabiko, meaning fireworks child in Japanese, as she was born on the 4th of July. But the world would come to know her simply as Koko, a gorilla unlike any other. Over the next 4 decades, Koko shattered the barriers between humans and animals, demonstrating emotions, intelligence, and an astonishing ability to communicate using sign language. Did she know something we didn't? Or was she merely reflecting on what she had learned from her human caretakers? Regardless of the answer, Koko's story remains one of the most extraordinary examples of interspecies communication, and her words continue to haunt those who hear them. Koko's journey toward becoming the world's most famous gorilla began when she was just 1 year old. At the time, she was a sickly infant, struggling with a serious illness. She was placed under the care of a young graduate student named Dr. Francine Penny Patterson, who was conducting a linguistic experiment as part of her doctoral research at Stanford University. Patterson's goal was ambitious: to teach an ape to communicate using a modified version of American Sign Language ASL. While previous studies had attempted to teach language to primates, none had reached the level of success that Koko would later achieve. At first, Koko's progress was slow. Like a human toddler learning their first words, she struggled to associate specific hand signs with objects and meanings. But as time went on, it became clear that Koko was not just imitating, she was truly understanding. Within a few years, Koko had learned dozens of words. By the time she reached adulthood, she had mastered over 1,000 signs and could understand nearly 2,000 spoken English words. She was capable of forming unique phrases, describing her emotions, and even holding full conversations with her caretakers. Koko didn't just ask for food or playtime, she spoke about love, sadness, and her feelings. When she was happy, she would sign words like good and love. When she was upset, she would sulk and sign sad or angry. She even displayed humor, playing pranks on her caretakers and making up her own words when she didn't know the right sign for something. This level of communication was unheard of in the animal kingdom, challenging long-held beliefs about the limits of non-human intelligence. Koko's ability to express emotions became one of the most fascinating aspects of her life. She formed deep bonds with the people and animals around her, showing a range of feelings that mirrored those of humans. One of the most touching stories from Koko's life was her relationship with her pet kitten, All Ball. In 1984, Koko was given a choice of kittens to adopt as her own. She carefully selected a small gray and white kitten, which she named All Ball, a reflection of her playful personality. Koko treated the kitten like her baby, cradling it, playing with it, and even scolding it when it misbehaved. Their bond was unlike anything researchers had ever seen between a primate and another animal. Tragically, All Ball escaped from Koko's enclosure one night and was hit by a car. When her caretakers told her what had happened, Koko's response was heartbreaking. She signed the words sad, cry, and frown, then became quiet and withdrawn for days. She mourned her lost friend in a way that seemed undeniably human. Koko's ability to grieve made headlines worldwide. People were astounded that an animal could process loss in such a profound way, further proving that she was not just mimicking behaviors she truly felt. Her emotional intelligence was further highlighted in 2001 when she met comedian Robin Williams. The two instantly connected, playing and tickling each other like old friends. Koko even stole Williams' glasses and tried them on. Their interaction was filled with joy and laughter, showcasing Koko's sense of humor. Years later, when Robin Williams passed away in 2014, Koko reportedly became silent and withdrawn when she was told the news. She signed the words cry and trouble, appearing to understand that the man who had once made her laugh was now gone. But while Koko's ability to love and grieve amazed the world, it was her haunting final message that sent chills down people's spines. In 2015, the Gorilla Foundation released a short video featuring Koko as part of a climate change awareness campaign. In the footage, Koko sat calmly, looking into the camera, and signed a message that, when translated, read, "Koko love Earth. Koko sorry. Koko nature see you. Hurry. Fix Earth. Help Earth. Nature watching you." The statement was eerie. It felt like a warning, one from a creature who had spent decades observing human behavior. The video of Koko was met with mixed emotions. Some viewers were deeply moved, seeing Koko's message as an urgent plea for humanity to take responsibility for the planet. Others were unsettled, wondering how much Koko truly understood. To view Koko's video, view the link I've provided in the description. Critics pointed out that Koko had been guided in her signing by her caretakers, and that the message may have been structured with human influence. However, those who had worked with Koko for years insisted that she was expressing her own thoughts, not just repeating words she had been taught. Regardless of how the message was formed, the impact was undeniable. People saw Koko's words as a mirror reflecting their own fears about the future of the planet. If even an animal could recognize the damage humans had done, what did that say about the state of the world? Koko spent the last years of her life in the Santa Cruz Mountains, surrounded by the caretakers who had loved her since childhood. She continued to communicate, play, and express emotions, remaining the same affectionate and intelligent gorilla she had always been. On June 19, 2018, Koko passed away peacefully in her sleep at the age of 46. The news of her death was met with an outpouring of grief. People from around the world mourned the loss of the gorilla who had broken barriers and touched so many lives. But her message, the one she left behind before she passed, continues to linger. Was Koko's warning about the Earth a coincidence, or did she truly understand the damage humans were doing? Did she sense something that we refuse to acknowledge? Regardless of the answer, one thing remains clear: Koko changed the way we see the animal world forever. She proved that intelligence, emotions, and love are not uniquely human traits. She reminded us that we are not so different from the creatures we share this planet with. And perhaps, in her own way, she saw us more clearly than we see ourselves. I hope you found the details of this story as fascinating and unsettling as I did. You, mysterious, curious, intellectual, disturbed, beautiful people. My name is Penny Flick, with Kreep-ish. I look forward to sharing more of these stories that captivate and intrigue our minds, which can challenge our way of thinking. Comment on your thoughts below as I continue to uncover the mysteries of our history, true crime, paranormal, conspiracy, and cringe-worthy, creepy content. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember that the truth is often stranger than fiction.